with another video. We haven't been able to do an update on our liquid fast, but we're doing it today. We are on day 14, 16, I believe. We're almost done. It's just going to be a 21-day fast. And so far for me, it has been okay. It's been, I mean, not just okay, but it's been fine. Like, it's been good or whatever. Um, I think it's easier because it's summertime and you want to eat lighter anyway. So I've been drinking a lot of course, liquids and like water and stuff like that, and smoothies and juices. So it's been okay so far. I definitely miss eating like salads and stuff like that, and just it makes you want to create more meals or whatever. You do have those cravings for like just chewing on like a fruit or something like that. Or I know for me, I always think back to things that I used to eat that I wouldn't eat no more. But it brings flashbacks to things like sweets that you used to eat as a child or things like that. I just feel like that's part of things coming up. But I feel like it's been, okay so far. No major issues or anything like that. I feel like the fact that I've been fasting for the whole year, it makes it a little easier for me now. Now I want to see how I'm going to be in December when we don't have as much produce available. I wonder how that's going to be. But for the summer, you always have so much variety or whatever. I think the biggest thing is missing chewing on something. Like that's something that I do miss for sure. But um but that's all I have to say in regards to that portion of it. But what do you think?
I think anytime you do a fast and you're used to doing fasts, I think they become easier. I would say, for lack of a better word, you get more comfortable doing them. It's just like anything else. The more you drive, the more you read, the more you do anything, the better you'll get. And I think I've noticed that's the same with fasting. I've done a lot of fasts before, and I've done water fasts, different types of fasts, and I think this is definitely something that I feel comfortable doing because I've done it before. So, like anything else, it's practice.
For sure. I remember when I first started fasting because I've only been doing it for a year, but that year doing it for the year, it definitely helps. Doing it 4 times a year, it definitely helped me for sure. Because I remember when I first started doing it, my body was getting used to eating raw foods and everything like that. I was feeling bloated all the time, feeling full all the time. And yeah, it definitely, you crave things. I crave things way more, especially now that I don't have to go to like um, leave home to work or anything like that. It's a little bit easier. It's way easier because when you're in an environment where it's higher stress levels, it triggers you to want it. Well, for me, it triggers me to want to eat something like something sweet. That's my thing. If I'm like stressed out, I want to eat something sweet. So now that I'm in an environment that's not as high stress, or having to deal with certain things, it helps. It helps a whole lot. So it's been a little bit easier for me, but I will say that when I first started doing fast, it was a little bit more difficult because my body was getting used to things, and I appreciate it. Another thing that I like is that me and Hamilton, we're doing it together. Whenever we fast, I may do the fast for the 21 days or the 4 weeks, and he'll do some fasting, but then, he may go back to eating like just raw food, but it won't be like a liquid fast. So him doing it with me, I think it's really good to have, like, to do it with a group of people or to do it with your, partner, your husband or your wife or whatever. I think it brings things closer, brings your relationship closer, and it creates some type of ritual or something like that. And he's already brought up ideas about maybe doing like a mono, which people have done before, which doing more like a mono fruit milk, like fruit fast or something like that. So I feel like for September I might switch it up. Try something different. You don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Then you get bored, and then you might want to do something, backtrack to something that you don't want to do. So, but that's how I feel about that. Do you have any?
Yeah, just to hit on what you said about the mono meal fast. Pretty much my idea, the concept I was thinking about is if we were to do a fast for 21 days, we were to only eat for each meal. We would only eat one type of fruit. So, for instance, for lunch, we would maybe just eat 6 bananas or eat like 5 apples or just oranges, and just kind of doing that for 21 days. The reason I was saying that is just because it's helped create good habits of proper food combining and also um, it's just like you said, just mixing it up, not necessarily doing the same thing every time. So that's just kind of what she's talking about.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mentioned in a video about food combinations, and you like to talk about food combinations. Can
Yeah.
you give more people more information on what food combining is?
So pretty much what food combining is, there's different categories of. In fact, the chart's right here.
That's perfect.
So this is pretty much saying there's different types of foods. There's acid, subacid, and sweet. And the best type of food to eat with any type of food is, well, first off, it should be that same type of food. But if you're going to combine it, it'd be great to combine with something in that same category or a category that's closely related. So, for instance, on this chart, you'll see pineapple, strawberries, kiwi, oranges. So if you were combined to make a smoothie or just a salad, fruit salad, it would be great to combine something in this category. Or if you were combined something in this category, let's say apples and pears, that's a great combination. It makes it easy for digestion because they're two similar types of fruits. So this is something we use all the time. Not all the time, but something we use a lot when we make smoothies or we make a fruit salad or things like that. So it's really great to ease digestion, and it makes it a lot. It's just awesome tool.
Hmm. Yeah, and there's also there's stuff on the back too, with the vegetables, the proteins, and the starches too. But yeah, this is really good because it put in perspective maybe times where where I may have been eating something healthy, but my stomach felt funny, and I feel like it has a lot to do with eating later than usual and just combining things that may not be good as far as digestion wise. Um, but that's pretty much it. And I will say that I am taking like the Queen of Food supplements. Now I don't like when I was taking the D Health store, that was like pill form, so I felt pressure to always do like every couple hours having to take 5 pills every couple hours. But now because hers is more like um, powder form and things like that, and teas or whatever, I don't feel as much pressure. And honestly, I've lightened a way more up because I just feel like when you're doing these type of things, you shouldn't be so restrictive on it, be so hard on yourself and be so restrictive. So yeah, so there's some days where I may take a lot of the supplements together, and there's days where I don't take any at all. It just depends on what I feel like doing that day. I just been following my gut honestly, and I feel like that's the most important thing. And just make sure that you just listen to what your body's telling you at the end of the day, because that's empowering in regards to that. But that's pretty much it. We are on day, I believe, 16 now, and it went by pretty fast for me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, but but don't get but trust me, there are times where I definitely has some challenges, but I feel like because it's summertime, you're eating lighter, you want to drink more anyway. It's not as bad, but boy, like when it was December, and when you're traveling, I did a fasting when I was traveling back in March. When I went to my grandmother's funeral down south, and it was very difficult, because during that time period, a lot was going on with me, so it was a little bit more difficult. But this was way easier this time, and I always um, I feel like one of the lessons for me this fasting is just to be easy on yourself, like to just relax, and be still. I feel like that's one of the big lessons for me. But that's all that I have for right now. Do you have anything else?
That's it.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day.